I'd love to stay in chat, but I can never predict the overall tone of the loading tips.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're conversational, sometimes they're absurdist. I really can't fully predict.
You get the feeling they kind of like just went around the office going, okay, here, submit your possible whatevers.
Yeah.
Okay, as amusing as the demonstration of the 3 gates thing is, it doesn't go well when you've got a block signal in the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Love starting a absolutely massive, complicated build, and then just kind of taking a break for 3 weeks.
Life happens.
Honestly, life, and it kind of feels like the break was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I barely touched the game for a couple weeks too. Yeah, I got back into my solo game this last weekend, but other than that, I hadn't really touched it in a week or two.
You know, I said that sarcastically, but actually on reflection, you know what? That was sincere, actually.
Okay, I have delivered unto you the aluminum supply.
Excellent.
There's a freight platform over here with just a crap ton of aluminum ingots.
Excellent.
What do you need from what was the tier 8 products?
I need the quartz and limestone products, which is to say I need concrete and where is it? Quartz crystals. And the best way that's probably going to happen.
So just quartz crystals, not silica, and definitely not raw quartz.
Nope. It is the only product we need here is quartz crystals. I can confirm that.
Oh, and I am in the way of Nick's taxi. That's all right. I'm going to edit timetable. Boop. Pop. Let's figure out where the heck the T8 source 1. Yeah, let's go there. Turn on driving. Get out of Nick's taxi's way.
I don't even think I'm heading anywhere right this second. I think I've just got Nick's taxi doing a loop between here and the hub.
Yeah, my train was just in the way.
Okay, now to figure out where the second order machines go, I think is the job, and then the various spaghettification that happens.
Yeah, I've got spaghetti. Just got to let me know what's going where.
Yep. So down here we've got our circuit boards, plastic rubber, steel pipes, iron plates, and screws. Well, the aluminum casings are going to be coming in to make... Or the aluminum ingots are going to be coming in to make casings. Okay.
Why do I have a laundry list of things to build? I've got a freight platform. Locomotive and freight cars I get, but why did I want another freight platform?
I don't know. Could not tell you.
That's the problem with taking a 3-week break. We're all sitting here like, wait, what were we doing?
Right. And now I need to go way the blanking bleep down there.
Yeah.
Way down.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything to these. Okay, so the goal here is to try and fit as many of the second order products in here as possible without total chaos.
You fit them as tightly as you're able. I can get the spaghetti figured out. Don't worry about that part.
Well, I'm going to try to at least make sure there's enough space so that if you need to do a bunch of conveyor dancing, you have room to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with some of the simpler stuff. We need about 4 constructors to make some aluminum casings.
How many slugs am I looking at in one view here? That is 3 slugs, 3 blue slugs. Okay, well, I will harvest those at some point.
Oh my.
Be very interesting to find out if I have all the materials for all the machines here. Guess we'll find out.
I've got some materials on me, so I might be able to help out a little bit.
180. So I need you to make 45? Yeah, I need you at 75% clock speed. Alright, so these are the aluminum ingots from out there are going to come in here to make the aluminum casings.
Okay. Is one of these bins?
No, the aluminum ingots are out there in the train station directly across to the north.
Oh, okay. So then I can just let's see.
Okay. Next.
Walls. Bare wall. Oh, I did
Okay,
that
you guys
twice.
are over there.
Uh,
Oh.
so much crap. Alright.
There's the canyon I ran the train line through, so I must be right here. There's that hard drive. And the quartz, it looks like it's along the side of the road on the Satisfactory calculator map, but they
But
are
it's
really in
actually,
that cave.
yeah, it's deep in the cave there.
Satisfactory. I love
And
you, but I'm tired of your music. I'm gonna listen to my music now.
also the limestone must be down there too, because it's listed at the same height as the raw quartz.
Might be.
So it looks like I am spelunking.
Yep.
But first I need to make myself a way down there from these very, 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 very...
Very, 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 yes. Okay. Well, we are banding today. You might be having network troubles. Yep.
Oh.
Okay. So far, so something. Okay, let's... Alright. Just regular computer. At a speed of... not very much. .75% speed. Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's more hatchers I need to...
And now I'm low on cable.
Do you need cable?
I need cable.
I have cable. Where's the store box?
I got so many materials for the walls and floors and whatnot, and not enough for the machines.
I need to get down. I mean, not necessarily down to business to defeat the Huns, but I do need to get down.
There.
In a downward direction.
Yeah, I built these train stations way the hell up, and I need to be a couple hundred meters down from...
So, crystal...
definite Z-axis change here.
Isolator. Roughly 90% speed. Or rather 88% speed. That's computers, that's crystal oscillators. Let's do some customization here so we can keep some of this straight. There we go. Need stators and rotors and mod frames and EIBs. Which should probably just go to HMFs anyway.
Yeah, that SAM ore can just sit there.
So many assemblers, so little time. Need to make like 10 assemblers down here.
That'll fit.
No,
There's plenty of
it's
space
no.
for
Oh,
that.
I got plenty of space. It's just I don't have the materials.
Oh.
I need rips and rotors.
Hold on. Why aren't they building? There we go.
Probably because we had save lag.
Ah. 7, 8, 9, 10. There you
Okay.
go. Dismantle and just... That way I didn't have to map it out. I just made them so you can move them.
There we go.
I've acquired a hard drive. Do you want me to start loading it?
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
just
no
do that.
reason why not.
I'll put a man down here.
We can probably just do the motors down here anyway.
HD. Oh right, I'm in full hostile, aren't I? Okay.
Yeah, we're still there.
I'm gonna run back for some materials. Is there anything you want me to focus on?
My inventory is full. I need to build some more actual building to make space. It doesn't really matter for me right now.
Okay. Then I'll just do a general grab, and then if you need me to place down machines so that you can make them, I can do that too.
Yep. Yeah, just a general grab.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, your ammo is reloaded before you go into the cave where you're probably going to run into stingers.
Mm-hmm.
Just a friendly tip from your friends at this stream.
On my limestone.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be... Would you just...
I'm so glad I got this hypertube line finished.
Yeah, that's quite the quality of life feature right now. Considering we have to cross literally the entire horizontal breadth of the map to get to our main supplies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do we have anything special we need to do amount-wise with the limestone or the concrete? 'Cause I'm assuming we need just concrete, right?
It is just concrete, and the build it's actually a pretty modest amount. It's like 36 units per minute. So
okay, okay, then
like just bring
the basic amount will be fine.
Yeah, just bring like slightly more than that onto the train, and that should pair out just fine.
It's a pure node, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely be able to make more than enough concrete.
Yeah. The way this build turned out, I need a huge amount of some very specific products and then little amounts of everything else.
it doesn't take very many constructors to max out a one of these. A one of these. Yes, I'm being eloquent today.
Well, right now we're being engineers and not linguists, so I think it works out.
Nothing to
Meanwhile,
worry about. I'm just in a canyon waiting for the sun to go down.
Spud making the most brutalist building known to man. Ugh.
Had eggs and toast, and now I'm gunky as hell.
Yeah.
Anything fancy with that? Not really.
It's probably all we're going to need in terms of building spaces, but we'll see how it goes.
Ah, yes, the initial lag of my computer going, oh yeah, the hub's a thing.
Let me load in all those assets for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. I need to stock up those, switch past them. Have plates. I don't need more EIBs. Got wire. I need more cable. Got concrete. I'm good there. I've still got rotors, but I'll stock up on some more just in case.
Right, it's that weird 45 becomes 15 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So technically I could max this thing out with like 5.3 constructors, but you don't need that many, so...
Not particularly, no.
So... 60 concrete per minute total should be fine.
Should be fine, yeah.
And the other upside of that means we'll have concrete on hand.
Just around, yeah. Once it all
That's
fills
gonna
up.
be huge.
Okay, where
That's something
the
I was
hell
definitely
was I
wanting
in
to do
terms
anyway.
of buildings?
Mm.
Alright, and these are encased industrial pipes. And in terms of actual production, I need like 5, so...
There's rotors.
Yeah, don't need a lot of those. But they are an essential component. The man was ready. You put down a man over here at the...
I did, right outside the doors.
Alright, I shall take a look then. Okay. Crystal computer. Circuit board plus crystal oscillator to make a computer. Steel coated plate. Steel ingot plus plastic to make iron plates.
Yeah, just iron plates, not rips.
And coated iron plates, which is iron ingots plus plastic to make iron plates. Faster, at 75 per minute.
As I had noted recently in my as I'm preparing to do my final shipment build, it's amazing I need a crap ton of this and I need to use weird materials to build it. How often that comes up in the late game. But
yeah, we're getting into the end game where like there's a universe where these could be valid, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe coated iron plate because it's just like 75 iron plates per minute at the cost of adding plastic to your build, which you might anyway.
Right. Yeah, I'm
that
good with
might
any
be a
of
good
those,
idea,
honestly.
yeah. On the offhand, we end up needing gobs and gobs and gobs of iron plates later.
These basically just need to go straight into another manufacturer.
Seems like that shouldn't work. And yet, maybe it will.
Ooh, no thank you. I'm so glad I was in the hypertube.
Really?
Alpha Stinger crawling around underneath it in the canyon, and I'm just like, nah.
Nah. Do not want
I don't ever have to deal with you again in this area.
Let me plug a thing into that.
Yeah, don't need much of that. So that's HMFs. EIBs, HMFs. Crystal oscillators. Oh boy. Concrete's coming in by train.
Yeah, how the hell I'm gonna get way up there, I don't know.
Am I making rips? Wait, oh. Right. The wire. Wire which is over there. Actually, I've got room down here, right? Yeah. Okay, that's... The copper that's nearby the facility, that's already been turned into wire and cable, right?
The Caterium is wire and cable.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, the wire and copper is already staged nearby, right?
It is staged nearby, yes. I haven't brought it to the building yet because I wasn't sure
Where it's
what
going,
side
yeah.
of the building or what layer.
Yeah, yeah. I think... Yeah.
I have returneth.
Yeah, we've already got iron plates here. Might as well... They just need to go to rips anyway. So the first stop in the wire will actually be the first floor to make rips. And then it'll go up to for more stuff.
And I know I need to put like a roof on this and everything, but that's going to be a later day project. Possibly a never day project, when to be honest.
Possibly we'll never come here again. Okay. How many rips do we need? You need 7.4-ish. Alright, and that's... The recipe there is stitched iron plate. .5.
So that's coming
How goes the
in.
great construction to 8th? It goes. We're in the thick of it. That's kind of where we're at. 4.5. Actually, what we need is.
Are cables coming down to this first floor as well, or just wire?
They are not. Wire is not. It is only, cable is going to the second floor to get into these manufacturers up here, and that's about it.
Okay. Cable's going to the second floor. Wire is the one that's going to multiple places. Okay. I was just trying to figure out what conveyor wall I need. I did it twice again.
7.4
No, I didn't.
is 3.7. Roughly, yeah. Okay, so rips get made down here. And then they will come up. Yeah, that is going to be a lot of stuff. Okay. So we get stitch iron plate, which goes to a couple of places. I might need to move this, actually. These are going to be steeled frames. Total of like 4, so...
Oh, there's the other one. Like, there were 3 of these things. Where'd the other one go? Saw shinies, felt compelled to acquire them.
Story of our
Not
lives.
usually how it goes.
I had to place a power pole inside of solid rock at one point, but yeah, we got there.
Yep. So, modular frames, heavy modular frames. Oh boy. So now I just need to get stators, rotors, motors.
Oh, the ding-dang heck am I getting? All the way up there. Well, that's right, you can have really stupidly long or tall
Lifts.
lifts now, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Freight platform. Well, I guess we're going to push the limits on that. See if I run out of iron plates before I get there.
Okay. So...
Iron plates are literally right here. Okay, that's
Yeah, I put them right next to... And that's the only... That's pretty much the only place that iron plates need to go, so...
is the rips.
Is the rips, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's no other output for the iron plates, so they just go into rips and that's it.
All right.
You can zoop the lifts.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you can zoop
That was
lifts?
today. You can zoop the conveyor lifts.
Yeah. Presumptuous as it may be, you know, Carl Sagan's making apple pie from scratch quote does kind of apply here.
You must first invent the universe.
Okay. So we're making steel rotors. And regular old stators. And that's just like 3. Oh, those would be 3 each. Uh-oh. Hmm. Is it even wise to try and fit that in here?
Ribs. Oh, here's the screws come here, and they're just right below, so that's gonna be really easy. Okay. So you need
We need 15 each? Alright, yeah, so no fancy numbers there. It's just put them down.
cables.
And then those just go into making motors, right? Yeah. Floor space can be tight. And then you guys are just making regular old motors, I'm pretty sure. Undefined. Yeah, that was silly of you.
Four blue power slugs and a yellow power slug so far.
And you're at 50% because you're making 2.5 a minute because we need 7.5 going out. Okay. It's going to be an utter mess, but I've put aluminum casings, EIBs, mod frames, HMFs, stators, rotors, motors, computers, and crystal oscillators all on the same floor.
Hot dog.
This come here. Okay.
And I
know
do
how I'm putting the
apologize.
wires in.
The wires and the steel pipes are going to be making the most spaghetti paths through that. I'm so sorry.
Sounds like fun.
Okay. If that excites you, then I am not going to question it. You can have all the fun you want there.
This is why I
Oh.
said to go ahead and leave the spaghetti to me.
At the very least, the machines fit and there's some wiggle room. That's really all I can guarantee.
Oh, I've got that. Good.
Okay. Which means on this floor...
That can't stay there.
6 high.
No, we'll figure out the labeling in a second. That's a step that should probably go last.
6.
So we got the motors, we got all that. We got the HMFs. So we're now finally at final products.
3, 4, 6.
And I am low on... Okay. I need to actually make a list of the buildings I'm going to need. Because, oh boy. 2 blenders, 3 blenders, 3 assemblers. Oh yeah, this is going to get wild. We're going to need to remember to get that at some point, and a manufacturer for the turbo motors. Oh yeah, there's a few things I need.
What do you need? I've got a general amount of things on me.
Can you come up to the 3rd floor and put down 3 blenders, 3 assemblers, and 1 manufacturer?
I will see what I can do. I probably can.
Oh, another hard drive site. I'm on my way back to the train station. I'm like, oh, wow, hard drive. Let's see what it needs since I'm here anyway.
There we go.
If not, I can just...
Yeah, let me come inside. Take a look.
If not, I can just do a quick supply run, honestly. That'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. But if you don't have to, then you don't have to.
I don't have to, yeah.
Alright, special, ma'am, boop.
Right. 3rd floor?
Yeah, 3rd floor.
Okay.
The one I'm standing at.
Alright, I'll need you to tell me them again. Just do 1 set at a time.
1 manufacturer.
That's manufacturer.
Alright, 3 assemblers.
1, 2, 3.
And if possible, 3 blenders.
1, 2. I'm missing 1 radio control unit.
Dang. I'm missing.
So
I'm only missing 50 aluminum casings now. Do you have 50 aluminum casings?
I sure do.
Excellent. That'll be it. That's all I.
Logistics, organization, personal storage box. Oh, do you have the
I've got the radio control units. Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Excellent.
Do we even bother picking up screws at crash sites?
No.
I feel like the answer to that is no.
We do, just so that they're not part of the game world anymore.
Oh, true. They respawn though after a while. The drops are on the crash sites. Yeah, they respawn now.
Wait, what?
What?
Sure about that?
I've gone to many crash sites I've gone to many hard drive locations that you guys have been to, and there's new items there.
Are we sure that's not just like
not.
engine refreshes, or?
I'm sure they didn't disappear. Let me pick them up and everything.
No, I mean like when the engine updates, like saves get refreshed.
Yeah, I kind of wonder about that.
It's possible.
Okay.
Because, like, I went to a few hard drive
Hell there.
locations and I'm like, did no one pick this one up? Because I saw items around it. And it's like, no, this hard drive's been done, but the items are there. So
I've been clearing out every hard drive site I've been to.
Ooh, I went too far. There we go.
Those together.
All right, heat exchangers for the heat sinks to make a grand 30 of those.
Is that?
I need to go back and stock up. For one thing, I'm going to run out of Mark 1 belting. So I've only got 184 iron plates left.
Ooh.
And, you know, I'm sitting on a bunch of bug guts and what have you.
That do it. Alright. Cable is going with this go.
I shall return.
Actually, no,
That's
those
good.
should be.
Yeah, okay.
Those should be nearer.
Cable is going. Alright.
And these will be just straight up the cooling systems.
Okay.
You want to rethink this entire section over here. Oh, right, I'm traversing almost the entire map. I'm like, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, that's gonna be cool if I pull this off. Absolutely. Okay.
When the radar tower is taller than the baobab trees.
Dang.
Jeez.
I mean, it's sitting on an elevated piece of rock among the baobab trees, but still, it's poking out above them.
One turbo motor manufacturer. One fused modular frame blender. Two cooling system blenders.
Hi, Nick Taxi. Bye, Nick Taxi.
Did that make 6 now? All right, because part of the cooling systems have to go into the turbo motor. That's right. They're a component. So if it on the final floor, there's going to be a fair amount of spaghetti and overflow. But yeah, that'll be the final floor then. And then the floor above will be drone export.
Out there.
was another hard drive over there. Hmm. Time to go use Nyx's lovely bug guts go here building.
Hey! It's always nice when it gets some love. There we go.
Even have some leaves to put in there.
I'm pleased with myself. If
Are
you
you
have a
now?
moment, but come down to the second floor and see the wire set up.
Okay, I'm a little scared now.
I like it. Sure.
Huh? What am I...
It's going around the wall, so it's not creating a whole lot of extra spaghetti.
Oh. Yeah, that is something, yeah. Is the wire only going there?
Yeah, it's only going to these 6. I checked. And even if it is, I already have setups.
The wire goes to the rips, the stators, the motors, and yeah, the cable. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yep, it's going to those 3 locations.
Then yeah, that's accounted for. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's good spaghetti. All right. Great job, Nick, says Pulsar. Yeah, it is a good job. All right.
Anything I can wrap around the edges of the building, I'm going to do so. Okay, now I need to figure out how to get steel pipes to these.
Just in case. And then I need to sink all those screws because heaven knows it's not like we need more screws.
Indeed.
This bin is full of screws. And since I am here...
Yeah.
I'm at the hub anyway, so I'll just use the MAM that's there.
Just go over the same layout as before.
So let's dump a bunch of screws into the... Click. Bye-bye. Survey says a crystal beacon.
Uh-huh.
No.
The thing that's still completely
Might be going away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't confirmed completely that beacons are going away. Because there's an alt recipe that's involved in nuke power that uses beacons, and they because they painted themselves into that corner, they're gonna have to do some fancy footwork to make that go away.
Yeah.
We got crystal computer back,
Hmm.
and we got fine concrete. Because what I want to do is use silica to make even more concrete. Use a thing that is one of the most scarce things in the game to make the thing that is one of the most plentiful in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking crystal computer, just get the heck out of the way and we can stop seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up and go away, crystal computer. Now watch us, later on be like, oh yeah, we're really glad we picked that because it was useful somehow.
At this point, anything can happen.
True.
Yep. I am oddly enough not going to grab more concrete because I've got 60 per minute being created on site now. I grabbed like 600 iron plates, though.
I am so glad that you are doing this.
Why?
The spaghetti, I mean.
Oh. Did it give you that much of a headache?
Honestly, it's not something I realized until I outsourced it, delegated it, but it's like, it really can be kind of a thing that really makes me, like, stare gormlessly at the screen for an hour and a half or so. It's just being like, all right, where does everything come in, and how do we weave it in together, and how does that fit with the spacing? And it really does, man, yeah. It challenges me more than I thought it would. And
Where
the fact that
Station 27?
That's a good question.
What?
Station 27.
Oh, okay, it's I think it's by the drone site. There's an unnamed station. It's just got plunked down and left as Station 27.
Weird.
I was scrolling through the sources trying to like.
Oh yeah, I noticed
my
Station
route back out
27
to
every so often, and I just never really thought to ask.
For T8 prods and T8 source 1. Go gadget. Train car. Not turn on self-driving? Of course I did not.
Oh, You're just doing a regular splitter down there for the wire? I don't know. I think I intended more of that to just be one very long manifold. I don't think that load balances correctly.
Because of how much is being made, and because it's only going to one location down there, what doesn't get used immediately comes up to go to these ones.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. It probably works out, yeah. You're right.
There's a hard drive that requires 400 plus megawatts to open.
Lordy.
Wow. Well,
So, if I get back out there and I crash the grid, that'll be all my fault.
400 megawatts. I mean, our consumption is like 13K and our production is 28K, so
Okay, I'm not going to be crashing anything. Got it.
you're probably fine. And then yeah, we're up here and we're out for delivery, I guess. Okay, then in that case, I need to source the remaining materials, which are water and nitrogen gas.
Sure that this wasn't there.
Okay, there's that.
Like, literally need half a water extractor for the cooling systems.
Oh. It's 3 hours. Leave me alone.
Oh, you're just right on the other side of that rock. Oh, I am tempted to go get it.
Okay.
By the way, apparently I'm also doing hard drive hunting.
Yeah,
Because there's like 3
sure.
hard drives just right next to that train station setup.
I think it's here too.
I still
No.
have no block signals there at all. That is bad.
Okay, that's easy.
What do you mean I'm out of plastic? Well, there's plastic on site, so I'll just grab that.
Circuit boards and plastic are on the first floor, right?
Circuit boards and plastic are on the first floor, yeah.
Awesome.
It's the elevation change that's challenging on this one. There's a screenshot of the concrete source as viewed from the height of the train stations.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is this a concrete factory for ants?
That's neat. Alright.
Also, I put the on this side. Oh, crap. Decisions were made. Poor decisions.
Let's actually space this out just a little bit.
Wow. This is going to be so dumb.
Just about everything about this is dumb, honestly.
Fair.
I'm making a water extractor pipeline that just goes straight up to the third floor. Just whoop, and it's there.
Do that. I have to pick one. We talked about whether you care about which end the quartz and which end the
concrete.
No, we talked about putting the. We don't care about that so much because we just wanted to place the train with the aluminum front.
Yeah.
The other two can be wherever. Okay. So I'm just gonna make an executive decision that the back car will be the. That car will be the, or sorry, the front car will be the concrete. Sorry.
That would be more than enough.
I'm going to run a really tall Oh, you can just go all the way down there, can't you?
I don't even need the full strength of this thing.
Okay, they can't be infinite height lifts. Sadly. You can still be very, very tall, but I cannot
Yeah.
quite reach the...
Okay, now to source the nitrogen.
I tried, Dagnabbit.
You did.
You got real close.
It actually isn't that close.
No.
There's still quite some distance yet. I mean, it's not even at the... it barely hits the top of that tree that's right on the edge of the cliff. Like, the angle looks a little weird, but when I move further down, that tree that's right behind it in that screenshot is still... all of that tree is below the lowest point I can get that lift to go.
Lordy.
Alright, but that gives me a guideline.
I believe this is going to be the first time I've gone fracking.
Oh!
Wait, I got to that before you did?
I haven't done any of the fracking that you guys have done for various projects.
I need some zooped walls, and boy do I freaking need a crap ton of zooped walls.
Yep, here it is. So for this, it needs to be a resource well pressurizer.
You can feel your screen going thud, thud, thud.
Thankfully, we've already got power here because this is where the radar tower is. And there we go.
Is there steel pipes? Right.
Didn't I do the water events for power? Probably.
There's the circuit boards.
Oh, we need like 6 of these extractors. Oh boy. And so much piping, which I probably don't have materials for. Okay, so these are pure? So how much are we getting from one of these? 120 a minute, alright.
Yeah, I feel like there's a bunch of the nodes in that one are pure-ish.
All of these are pure. Every single one of these is pure.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Source wells.
And
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is probably the best nitrogen source in the entire game.
I'm going to use it for this.
One in the northwest corner has a mix, I think. No, because there's 6 pures in that corner too. Okay.
Okay, so I'm basically gonna do the same trick with plastic.
But you got 7 pures there.
So how are we going to do this? And how far do we need to go? That far. That's far. Oh boy.
That's too far. Okay, that's too.
And And they basically need to go to just the blenders. 300 for the cooling systems, like another 38 for the fused modular frame. So a bit of disparity in amounts here.
I believe that's going to work. Haha.
I don't have nearly enough copper sheets to do all this piping yet.
It's bonkers.
So we need to go from up here to down over there.
Oh, I hate doing this, but I don't think I have a choice.
To heck with the weaving through the jungle. Time for
Yes, I know, little hog. You really want to fight me, but...
Time for the good old classic sky bridge. You know it, you love it. It's defying the laws of physics.
It's supposed to come out. I have to get you to water this.
Dude, do you want to keep growling at me? Because I will just shoot your ass. Roar yourself. Okay, concrete is making its way.
Okay. Crystal oscillators just need the quartz crystals now, but I think I'm still waiting on those.
Yeah, you're still waiting on quartz crystals at the moment.
Yeah, that's my next move. I just got concrete to the point where it's going to start loading into the train, but I'm not going to make the train until I've got both products ready to start delivering.
Okay.
Fortunately, that means I now need to go into the cave where the quartz is and subdue all of the things that are likely to want to kill me there.
Mm-hmm. For the concrete and the quartz, I'll let you know the most convenient spot for the train if we can manage it once you're ready to do that.
Is that a bunch of power poles over there? Did you do that?
Okay, so steel pipes are going there, 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 all of there. Oh my. It's a
Yeah,
good
the
thing
steel-
I did
the-
a lot of other things first.
Yeah, steel pipes are the really heavily leaned upon one.
Mm-hmm.
Apologize in advance for that.
Okay, so steel pipe right there.
Oh, fracking site. This must be the water.
No, actually, this is going to be really simple.
Really?
Yeah, you conveniently have set this up to where the steel pipe bin is in the most optimal placement for me to not make this super spaghetti.
What?
Yep.
You can tell by my tone that that is not intentional.
That's why I'm also sitting here like, wait a minute. Because it's in just the right spot where I can basically move it up to the second floor, split it 3 ways, and it'll get everywhere it needs to go perfectly fine.
Oh.
Without
Well.
creating a whole lot of spaghetti.
Okay, then.
Okay, so the someone laid a whole bunch of power poles out when they were doing some exploring,
Yeah.
and I have now connected to that string of power poles with my string of power poles. Oh, that's where the hard drive is. Oh, that's gonna be really exciting.
Huh.
How the blickin' bleep am I getting to that? But, you know, closing the loop on power is,
Usually a good idea.
mind that too much. Fortunately, that hard drive is over there somewhere.
Sure, that's structurally sound. That's not terrifying at all.
Okay, what's protecting this? Oh, it's poison pillars. I guess that's the good news.
Good news, the dangerous thing that's protecting this area is not going to physically chase you down.
Right. Or jump at me. And there was a hog like at the base of the pillar. And now it's just a pile of... Oh, there's hog guts everywhere.
That might have been me. Now that I'm thinking about it, relative to where you are, that I might have passed through here.
Okay, I need to put power into... Oh, the game says that you never never...
Or maybe
Well, because it was a huge amount of power. It was 420 megawatts needed, so
yeah.
it makes
Although
sense that
it
you
might
had
be
not harvested.
it might be south of kind of where I was anyway, but I might have been like relatively nearby.
You were nearby because there were power poles in the vicinity. Now I will delete that because I got what I needed out of this place.
Let's say, for simplicity's sake, even if it's not optimal, let's just do 2 pipes through here.
I'm just not precisely delighted to be in the bamboo forest at night.
Oh yeah.
That holds true for anyone.
Okay, now back to the search for the quartz, which again I'm doing at night in a cave. Tony Stark built a quartz plant in a cave. Oh, I'm just like right here, aren't I? That is the quartz. Dang.
And
It's just I've never come at it from this direction before.
I'm gonna need so much plastic and copper sheets. That is where we're at.
Okay, that is all aligned. I just need to go upstairs and hook it up.
Oh, who else wants to be obnoxious here? Ooh, that is a purple slug. Oh, I cannot pass that up.
Never pass up the purple slug. That's disgusting how perfect that is.
I need to come over here and see that because I...
That is disgusting how perfect that is.
Purple power slug. Fine. Oh, that's what I was... Why am I getting weird video effects on my screen? Oh, it's because that guy wants to attack me.
Alright, what in the world did you pull
Just come
off
to the
here?
second floor. You can see the whole thing from the second floor. Thanks to the glass flooring.
So steel pipes.
Yeah, they're right here.
Oh, that hurt.
Just curved around, back to those, and then back through those ones. And if you look through the floor, you can see it curve into the bin.
Oh, you
Down
just
below.
you just pulled it up through the floor right where the bin was and then split it out to everything. Oh my god.
You unironically placed everything to where I could do this.
Somehow the steel pipes needed to go to like 4 different sets of machines, but I somehow put it like right in the middle of all of them in like an S shape? Somehow?
He arranged it perfectly. It's disgusting how
That's-
that lined up.
That's gross. I love it. Because it needs to go to the heavy encased frames, the mod frames,
The EIBs, the
the
steel
EIBs,
frames.
the stators and the rotors, and somehow just by virtue of being in the middle-ish down there, you just pop it up and then do a regular
Meow.
splitter, and it just branches out across the entire floor in two clean lines. That's
Nice.
That's
I was ready for this to be the hellish part of this whole build, and it's not.
no, that just worked. That just worked. How dare you?
Okay,
how dare you
math check if I may.
Sorry, what?
Math check if I may. How many quartz
Oh.
thingies are we looking for out of here?
How many? Yes, according to Node Graph, it is 34.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
just 2 manufacturers on the second floor that needs it.
No, that's fair because, I mean, it's totally in keeping with... Like I said, Tier 8 doesn't need lots of stuff. It just needs a variety of stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to gather pipe materials. So
This is interesting. They actually kind of face each other. Well, it means I'm just going to put a merger in between them after all, because why the heck not?
This is very dumb.
Concrete's going to... Okay, that's really easy. That's set up in good enough way where I can do that easy.
I'm not going to bother doing fancy building stuff because I'm in a cave.
Yeah.
Understandable.
There's just... I can't make this pretty. There isn't the room to make this pretty. It's just going to be like, here you go. Here's a bunch of constructors. You're done now. The nice thing is because I've already done the concrete run, I've got all those conveyor lifts. I'm just going to piggyback on those all the way back to the train because now that I've cleared the path, this should be nice and easy.
The motors must be going to a higher floor because they have nowhere to go.
Yep. Motors are just pretty much going up to the turbo motors.
Okay. And I will make a...
Yeah, just a intermediate bin there, yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Can I put a... I can put it right behind.
Okay. I need to make a supply run at long last. Specifically for copper sheets. So many copper sheets. And plastic. Well, plastic's here, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah, that's where I was at when I needed iron plates. It's just like, they're here. I don't need to go anywhere for that. Oh. Made a intermediate bin for the aluminum casings.
Not having to make this journey by foot anymore is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 240. I'm making 480 raw quartz at max capacity. I'm not going to actually max capacity this thing, but I am setting it up so that if we end up needing all the quartz, we will have it. Give me... because it's just constructors, right? Yeah.
We're getting remarkably close to kind of done.
Quartz crystals. 37.5 per minute to get 22.5 per minute out. Which means you only need like a couple of constructors.
Yep. Yeah. A couple of constructors will get us to 45, and that's already over the line. You know, plus whatever like lag from the train trip.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And on your left, you'll see the other big concrete and glass brick I put together.
For the second floor, I'm just waiting on quartz crystals and concrete. That's it.
Yep.
Well, there will be 44, 45. There will be 90 per minute getting created here shortly. with plenty of room for expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So if we end up needing this to be a source for silica at some point, we can tack some of that on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm definitely, adhering to the principle of potential overkill here.
At this stage of the game, I'm becoming so much less worried about overkill, honestly. Oh, fine, I'll hydrate.
That, and I have 200 of them, so I'm good.
How dare you make me take care of myself?
How dare.
Also doing just purely tacky power pole placement.
I've definitely overdone it on the wire conveyor level, but I'm accounting for how far it's going, so I'm just like, max it out. Go fast.
That's the other thing, because of, my brain likes to math out the belt speeds. That alone takes forever when I'm doing spaghetti.
And we're just going to run that along there. Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, I try to get it close, but sometimes if it's going a long distance, I just say to heck with it, and we'll max it out. It's haha, belt go fast. Makes the lizard brain happy.
Plus, it just simplifies, like, how many materials you gotta carry.
For sure.
Did I load up on rips so I could do a bunch of Mark II belts? Yes, I did. The way out, that's the way out. Okay.
Emily.
And here we are on the other side of the flipping map.
Okay, there go the quartz crystals being made.
Okay, so this is. Okay.
I mean, you may look at this and think I might have done overkill, but I'm thinking of it as future proofing.
Future proofing.
All right, I will pop a mam and let's see what we got out of this one.
It's just coming. Oh.
Oh boy.
Bio coal.
Coal to biofuel. Lovely.
Bruh.
Well, yeah, biomass
Biomass,
to
yeah.
just coal. Quick wire cable. Quick wire plus rubber to make cable at 27.5 a minute. It's not even a high output. It's a lower output than the original, so I'm not sure what that...
If you have deuterium and petroleum, but not copper, I guess?
Yeah, it doesn't take as much rubber as the 100 per minute cable. That's a weird one. But I think the one that we're going to take is the one that gives us an alternative method of making uranium.
Oh.
The infused uranium cell. So instead of having to make sulfuric acid, uranium, silica, sulfur, and quick wire. It takes
Damn.
quick wire.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
300%.
300%.
Heck yes.
You had me at take out sulfuric acid. That
Right.
Oh God! I tell you what, if I had that recipe going into my nuke power build, I would have been so happy.
Man,
okay.
I'm really tempted at some point, by the way. Not now, but like at a future date, just like try to get 100% of the alt recipes.
Oh, I get that.
Since we're kind of here anyway, and, you know, we got time and manpower.
Fair.
But anyway, I need to clear out my inventory a little bit.
Is it- No, it's not. I know how to do this. I bring this rubber over here.
Oh, come on! I was.
And just run it down the line.
Oh yeah, rubber also has a ways to go.
Yeah, rubber's got to come all the way up to the 3rd floor. Doesn't touch that blender, but does go to that manufacturer. Those two. Yeah. Okay. I know how I'm doing this.
Okay.
I know how I'm doing this. Bring it clear here. Right there. Yes. Okay.
Need plates, rods, concrete, yeah.
So, that's a.
Alright, I think that'll probably get us most of the way there in terms of the nitrogen pipes.
Stack. There's nothing I can do about that. I did that to myself.
Alright, instead of taking the hypertube, I'm gonna take my taxi over.
Understandable choice.
Oh boy. Alright, let's go.
You want to reach that? God, I hope so. Just barely.
We now have 2 methods of transportation across half the entire map. Insert your own joke about your own regional train station. And oh boy, rubber banding on a train is a little scary.
Interesting, yeah. I should hope. Oh, wait.
There is something to be said aesthetically about, like, these little passenger trains mingling with all these, like, freight trains. Just being like, yep, our industrial processes are still going on, and we're just weaving through them. There's old battery site, which I had nothing to do with.
And it's kind of funny because it's like, it's the Amtrak experience too. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be sitting here for a minute while this freight goes by.
For sure.
How clippy is that gonna be? Oh, not clippy. Oh, thank goodness.
There's
I
turbo
was prepared
power.
to rip out a whole bunch of stuff to avoid
Turbo
clippiness,
Power
but
1.
no.
There's lake turbo power.
Alright, rubber is now going to where it needs to go.
Huzzah!
Oh, I do not have enough rips. Bugger. Thought I grabbed enough, but I reckoned against having to traverse all of that. I am close, but no seeker.
Using the roundabout to make a 270-degree turn.
Yeah, I've got some retrofitting to do on those.
That's it worked. Is really my only concern there. It's also like all this is mingling with a lot of the like unnatural natural structures of the land, like this whole spider rock web thing over on top of the
Right.
This is a heck of a thing we've made.
It is true. Okay, I've got to go back and get more mats. But then, once I'm back with those mats, I'm really close to having this thing delivering stuff.
Mm-hmm. We are all getting
Turn on some
really
driving.
close on this.
Dang it.
Like, I'm like 10 minutes out from having this thing up and running. Hello, taxi.
Hello.
I finally ran out of iron rods. Dang it.
Alright. Go. Be free, Spud Taxi. Head on home.
I'm gonna have to make a run home. Dang it. 'Cause I need those rods in order to make splitters and murders and all that thing.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be using a lot of the rods I've got in this next step, so...
Yeah, I need a stockpile anyways. I was starting to run low. Ooh, Nick's taxi just got here. That is some good timing.
Heck yeah.
Time to ascend my monstrosity of the week.
I hopefully haven't made it hell for you to get the piping in there. If you need me to redo it, I can just tear it out.
It shouldn't be too bad, because the nitrogen and water pipes only really need to go to a couple of places.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Like,
Cause-
they come in right at the end, up to the 3rd floor, so...
Yeah, I was looking at that while I was putting in rubber and getting other spaghetti going. I'm just saying, if anything ends up being in the way, go ahead and rip it out and I can refigure it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did my best to be considerate of the pipe. Sure. To only have it go to next taxi home, so that way it'll stop at my taxi home, and then I can just use it to come back.
Yep. Yeah, I've really taken to doing basically single target paths, unless I create like a short loop nearby, because I want to stay out of the way of like some train that's actually active. Like I'm going to have to do that with once I get this quartz crystal concrete train going, because I'm going to want my taxi going back and forth between those two as well.
Yeah. I had mine going back and forth between home and the T8 site because I knew trains stopped there, so I was not about to clog up any train stations for that.
Well, I had my train parked there, so
Mm.
so it would have been stuck waiting to get in there. Well, on the other hand, it wouldn't have been blocking anything either, because
Oh, I thought something used that train station.
well, they will. The T8 source 1 or whatever
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the concrete and. By the way, concrete's going to be in the front, quartz crystal in the back. For
Roger.
that,
Okay.
so if you want to start routing stuff out of that back train station that's there at the site, at the actual build site, that is how that's going to be.
Front is quartz crystal?
Front is concrete.
Front is concrete. Okay. That's going to take me a few tries to remember until I start actually working on it.
Welcome to the Nitro Bridge. Because I just
All right, I picked up even more. Of
didn't
that.
feel like following the land on this one.
You just went up and over.
Yep.
Oh no, following the land is a pain. I mean, I went down to the water line with mine, and that was, in hindsight, the worst possible choice. I should have just stayed up and gone over. Ooh, that's right. Purple power slug is 5 power shards. And more bug guts. Okay, I still need a crap ton more of those. And more quick wire, oddly enough. Do we have some bin quick wire over here? We're going to need to go over toward the quick Caterium site for that.
I genuinely don't know.
There
I
is
think-
some. No, we've got a bin with like a whole bunch of just random like plastic high-speed connectors, a mess of silica, and a bunch of computers. And there were a few stacks of quick wire, so I grabbed one of those.
Oh, that must have been the extras that Spud set aside so he could build the building.
Did I? I don't remember this.
I vaguely remember you doing that.
Still need that though. Time to hop on the jump pads and go to the ironworks.
Out of my train. My train's gonna complain, but I have things to pick up, so it can just complain.
Valves still work on gas, right? There's nothing special about that?
You know, I haven't looked into that.
I don't actually know. It's all piping, so it probably should.
Well, that is a thing I can go look up real quick. Once I hit the new link for the, it's satisfactory.wiki.gg, that's right.
Oh, that's right. They finally made their own wiki. Bless you, devs.
Well, no, it's not. This is still a community thing.
Oh, it's still a community thing?
They
yeah,
just
it's just that the community packed up and said, "Well, screw fandom."
Screw fandom.
They got off fandom, which, yes, good.
We all agree with that. Fandom sucks.
Everybody liked that.
Yeah, everybody liked that.
Everybody will remember that. Wire. I'm good on wire. Good on cable. It's just iron products that I'm low on. And that's fixable. Well, and radio control units.
Yeah, valve. You can use a valve on that, as far as I can tell. It doesn't. They don't say anything about, by the way, don't use it with gas.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's just
Worth checking, though.
confused. Yeah.
Well, there are those hard drives over there. I'm kind of keen to get one, but that's all right. Did I get enough of those? All right, let's go.
Howie. A few stacks of those so I don't run out again. Bunch of plates. Using a lot of Mark 1s and Mark 3s. Ooh. Before I leave the hub, I need to restock up Gingerbread Boy with fuel.
Probably a good idea.
I noticed that conveyor was getting low, so it's like, let's fill that bin back up.
I'm going to take the chance that I don't run out of rods. Like, you don't need many, you just need some, but
With how
you always
many
need some.
With how many splitters and mergers I was making, I needed a lot.
There.
I am making a lot of spaghetti.
Yep. Feel better about that now. Okay, one more time. Edit timetable.
Once more, with feeling.
Yep. T8 source 1, go.
I'll be going in a minute.
And then I'll set it to loop back and forth between there and the actual T8 build site.
I'm just going to keep mine looping between the hub and the T8 build site.
I figured that was such a long run that I was just like, no, I want my taxi. I don't want to have to wait 3 minutes for it.
That's
or
fair,
longer
but
if it has just left.
Yeah. I just can't really park it anywhere, so I guess I
No,
can make the loop smaller.
I admit there's a certain appeal to the idea of just like, let's just make a train depot on the west.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and you use that as one of the spin-offs from that last roundabout over there.
Yeah.
Ooh, chug. There we go. I really need to redo this train spaghetti, I should say.
Well, might as well piggyback off this a little bit.
I am not permitted through this intersection yet.
It's a great thing
Oh,
about doing the
that
long
was
train
dumb.
line. The long train ride is I can read manga for a minute.
It's your commute break.
Yep, basically. I've got a half an hour train ride. I got time.
I can burn 2 or 3 chapters in a half an hour. Are you kidding?
Right. I can burn through a whole volume in like
Oh
15
yeah.
minutes. So.
I wasn't trying to give real numbers about how voracious a reader one can be.
I don't come by it honestly, not at all.
No. Yeah, I just started on the Heretical Last Boss light novels.
That sounds familiar. Why does that
It's
sound familiar?
it is yet another in the long string of Baccarina. Uh, I won't say ripoffs, but inspired bys.
I have been reading so many of those lately. Because
And
there's
some of
been
them are
a
just terrible. I know there's a bunch of people who love I'm in Love with the Villainess, but that one left me cold.
mm,
It was a little
yeah.
much.
Yeah. Uh I've got a site that I frequent that is where a lot of them get translated and whatnot.
Yeah.
For the
What are you
manhwas
doing up here,
anyway.
you stupid hog? Why are you on these train tracks? You are 40 meters off the ground. Get your act together.
Why can't the trains just punt them?
Right? A train can pick up one of those freaky birds, the screaming parrots. It can pick one of those up and move them
Mhm.
around. Why can't it move the hogs?
Right. I would love to see a hog go flying thanks to a train.
No doubt, right? Punt.
Yeet! This bottle empty. Yeet!
Oh,
I
boy, you
swizzle
take
straw.
too long. You.
I felt that one. I feel that rage from here.
No doubt. Oh, my absolute hot mess of a. Okay. Turn off self-driving, space bar. Edit timetable.
Okay. The nitrogen gas is now staged nearby.
Nice. Okay, my train is now clearing the way for other trains to be able to use this space. Which won't last too long because I'm about to actually build another train, but
Mm-hmm.
boy, what am I doing here? That is Mark III beltage. Three shall be the number of thy counting. Also, I need to reroute power because that just annoys me. There's a power line clipping. Priorities, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like I planned it this way.
You'd think that.
I didn't, but it's almost like I did. I really need to redo all of that.
That is a duck taxi that I see.
Might be. Still very clippy. Leave I'm doing this, but just to avoid having a power line clipping through a conveyor belt. I mean, as if any of this build was somehow less improbable that way, but okay, I need to get up there and get a Mark III lift thingy going in. Mark II.
Okay, you said concrete in the front, right?
Yes. The train that will be coming from here will have concrete in the front and quartz thingy-majuff in the back.
These bins now, so I know. Go. All right. There we go. Okay. Now I need to open up.
Invalid shape.
You're in invalid shape.
Great. Okay. Screw you. I'll do it this way. Like it's gonna make it any happier, but it might. I cannot believe I got away with that, but I'll take it.
That one. It's just kind of
Frickin' ground.
Okay.
Okay. Up you get.
And that should be nitrogen gas placed in, ready to plug into the blenders, I guess.
Okay, so let's.
If I've done this correctly at all, which is not a guarantee.
Yeah. You are P8.
Nitrogen gases do not worry about head lift at all, as far as we understand. So they do not need
No,
pumps.
they do not care about head lift. Nope.
They will just go through. They will just fill pipes in whatever direction you want. Okay.
So T8 source 1, 2 T8 quartz concrete, which I named poorly because I thought the quartz was going to be in front. So I will deal with the naming problem later. Let me edit the timetable again. Yes. Because
concrete. This is the same way. Yeah. Ones. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
there's not going to be a lot in there, but there's going to be some. It's going to be a more than zero amount. Off you get.
Hopefully it all works correctly.
Your first shipment is on its way.
All
A
right.
fair amount of concrete and a little bit of quartz crystal.
Okay. I'm
Because I
working
just barely got
on-
it hooked up before building the train.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll work on piping in the gas and liquids here. You just want gas here.
It's showing up now. I got here in time to watch it unload. That's awesome. Hmm. Yeah, there wasn't much. It's a whopping, like, not quite 100 quartz crystal.
Alright, how do we...
And there you go. Actually, a remarkable amount of concrete out of that. Very nice.
Well, concrete is all hooked up, so
Cool.
it's just a matter of getting quartz crystals to where they need to go. Because I'm going a lot farther for those machines. Let the concrete build up a bit before I take up part of them. Okay.
That's right. We finished off that hard drive and found that it gave us something we really wanted, so that's done. Ooh, look at all that. Color-coded machinery, even.
Yeah, I just figured that would be helpful for Nyx.
Yeah, it helps. Look at the S of the steel pipes. It's too perfect. If you look through the floor, you can see the bin it comes from, too.
I'm at the end of the steel pipes, and now I'm running back to the source. Something. Okay, so wait, where do they come from? They're coming from below, right?
Yeah,
below,
they're coming from below.
below where I'm
And if
standing.
you look through the
Oh, it's
glass,
there,
you can see
okay.
the bin just right there.
Oh, nice. And it just, boop, up you go, and there's the splitter, okay.
Yeah, that...
I wasn't going to
Again.
get any neater than that.
No, it really wasn't.
Heavy... Oh, sorry, this is the bit of heavy mod frames that will then feed the next thing. All right. Well, your concrete is showing up.
The water and nitrogen are going to their respective blenders.
Let me just go ahead and run power to these two assemblers. This is a power wart right above them. This is the
yeah.
encased beams.
Yeah, go for it.
Because now that they've got concrete, there's no reason not to run them.
There's the concrete, there's the crystals. First crystal shipment has arrived from the looks of things.
Should have, yeah. It's not a very big shipment. That first run was... I had just barely hooked the thing up before I built the train. You guys are just going into the mod
Oh, no,
frame.
the second
Got
one.
it. Oh, the next shipment has arrived. Cool.
Because the first one is slowly crawling along the conveyor belts to its machines. Or
That's right, 'cause you only need like 40 some odd, right?
Yeah, the manufacturers that are making the crystal oscillators, yeah.
That's fair. I know you, like, part of you is like, just use the max speed on everything, but it's like, it doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't really, yeah. Are you reworking these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't like how close the lift was to another splitter,
Yeah.
so I'm moving it. This makes me happier.
Cool. Okay, the big pink crystal oscillator makers is...
Yeah, that turned out really nice, actually.
And a computer
Oh,
manufacturer.
speaking of...
Got motors coming out of there. What are you guys waiting on? What are you guys waiting on? Oh, stators. Those are stators. I have the feeling that the conveyor lifts,
Yeah, they probably bugged. So
they bugged. They did. Oh, I got them. I'm
Okay.
here. I'm
Yeah.
between projects right now, so.
We're...
Yeah, there we go. There they go.
Okay,
Yes.
motor works are now on active duty.
Everything is online. Wait, why are you not happy with the rips? Did your things freak out too? Probably.
And...
Paper
yeah.
makers are happy.
Now things just need to be kind of connected up to the third floor.
Concrete
Yep, and I'm going to be doing that here in a
EIVs.
second.
Look at that.
You're happy. Oh, you're full. Okay, that's...
Full is, yeah, that's a good reason to be.
Yep. Full is a good reason to be idle.
Oh, look at all them quartz crystals.
Okay, now I go back up to the third floor and continue figuring that out.
I love the tidy inputs into the computer maker over here. It's like, there's some cables on a belt and everything else is underfloor.
Yeah, because everything else is coming from the first floor.
Okay. Good, good, good.
I like
Here
those
comes
hydrogen
more.
pipes, actually. I like how you set that up.
Thank you.
Okay, we definitely got more than just 90 quartz crystals this time, because that belt is full and is still ticking along, so there shouldn't be any more breaks.
Quickly just colorize all this.
Are you still on the second floor, Dad?
I just went up to the third.
Oh,
You
okay.
need me to go do something down there? I can do that.
Yeah, the aluminum casings need to come up through that conveyor hole I
That
just made.
thing you just made? Okay, got it. On my way down. That one right there?
Yep.
What speed belt? Do you care?
Let me check. 30, 369, 90, so Mark II.
Because the belt going out of the merger into the bin is only a 1. Can you upgrade that? Because I can. I've got plenty of rip. Yeah, the aluminum casings are all on Mark 1 belts, even though the constructors are making many more than a Mark 1 belt can handle.
Oh yeah, fix those belts for me. I thought I'd done higher belts for those.
Okay, so I'm just gonna blast it then, because
They're going into a bin. Blast it.
yeah, pretty much. There we go. That'll shut you guys up. But you said you just need a Mark. Oh, what's 3? You said.
We're only needing 90 a minute, so that's Mark II.
Oh, 2. Okay. Oh, close, close, but no Seeger. Just a bit off. It's.
Oh, I didn't get it quite close enough.
I can move it. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Hard to do it from up above.
Really easy to do it from any direction. I'm trying to place these things though.
Okay.
It's a challenge.
The nitrogen pipes are now colorized, just for my own personal edification.
Okay, you should have a conveyor hole with thingies. Sorry, aluminum casings coming up through it there.
Mm-hmm. Come on. There we go.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Truly, truly spaghetti.
All right, that's the
And
aluminum
which one are you?
casing.
Turbo motors, fused mod frames, a couple of cooling systems.
Okay,
Ooh, there's the.
We need the motors to come up.
Oh yeah, and keep in mind that the output from the heat sinks and the cooling systems is going to be going to need smart splitters, because some of those will be going into other products.
Okay.
The outputs from which?
The heat sinks and the cooling systems. The heat sink. Some of the heat sinks are going into making cooling systems. Some of the cooling systems are going into making turbo motors. But we're gonna want to also keep the overflow from those.
Okay, so I need to rethink my system.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's not a problem.
I can get the cooling systems output and splitting set up if you want.
Go for it. Either that or bring up the motors from where they're being made on the 3rd floor.
Or second,
which
yeah.
I believe is
Second floor?
right.
Second floor is
Yeah, 1 down. It's right there.
yeah, motors are.
It's that bin right down there.
Okay, that bin needs to come up through this that hole. Got it. I'll go down and do that real quick.
Okay. That way.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Is the motors, and we are now making them because those conveyor lifts are actually behaving. Good. And there are
All right.
49 motors and counting.
The heat sinks are now set up to a smart splitter. Are you wanting storage to be overflow?
Yeah, storage is overflow. Main thoroughfare is to the cooling systems.
Okay. So
Motors on the way up.
yeah.
You want me to just kind of like hang tight on floor 2 for similar things, or are we kind of done down here?
Floor 2 is done.
Okay.
Floor 2 is just done.
Well, rubber.
around
Oh yeah,
eyeball
rubber.
things a bit.
No, yeah. Oh yeah, rubber's up here. Heat sinks are up here. Water, nitrogen.
Where are the computers going?
Computers.
Oh,
are,
computers.
yeah, computers are going
They-
into. Oh, they need to go into radio control units. Yep, there was something I forgot.
Where are the radio control units?
They aren't here yet.
Ah, that's the problem.
I recommend somewhere near here.
Somewhere
'Cause
near.
that's where the computers are getting made.
Yep. Yep, there was. You know what? I'm glad that was it. Also, my build tool is not coming out.
Oh, hate that.
I'm going to go ahead and return to main menu.
Drop and reload. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, log that one.
Yeah, the crystal oscillators aren't going anywhere either right now.
Yep. Because those two exact products need to go into RCUs.
Ah, that do it. I did not want to make
and
it
then
powerful.
those go into turbo motors. I'm glad of all the things
I
I
was
just straight up
wondering.
forgot. It's not my birthday. Shut up.
I've got enough to make a manufacturer. Let me just plunk one up there.
It's 1.5 manufacturers. It looks like.
Oh, I might be able to plunk down too.
You know what?
Yeah, just in that corner there, facing inward-ish. Yeah.
Because there's nothing else over there. So.
Yep. There's room. Thankfully. Ugh.
Okay, I don't want to
Oh.
crowd the turbo motor, and the output's going to be going into turbo motors.
Yep. It's just going straight into turbo motors. We're not using them for anything else.
Okay. Boop.
There we go.
And leave enough room. I feel like I left enough room.
You should.
Oh, that's
have it.
plenty of room. I have plenty of room with that.
Is this regular radio control units, or is it the alt with the?
Radio. It's the normal.
It looks like it's just
Because that's the one with the
Crystal oscillator.
aluminum casings and the crystal oscillators and the computers.
Yep. That is
Oh, these need to be facing the other direction, though.
Are they facing the wrong way?
Yeah, they should be facing.
And fix.
What do you mean?
What do
you mean?
Well, they should be. The output should be facing inward.
Okay.
Yeah. The
I mean, the way they were facing before gave me less spaghetti, but yeah, that works too.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep to. I like the outer two tiles of foundation are. Kind of where I have that going, and
Yeah, that's fair. Turn it one more.
but yeah, it's wiggle room, so it's fine. Ultimately,
I have a couple of manufacturers
there we
facing
go.
the other direction.
Yeah,
So
and
it's a
then
good
those
thing.
go into there. Yeah.
Very good thing I kept these on more splitters.
Alrighty. Okay, so that is a splitter for the rubber because it's going to also... Where is that also going? It's not those.
I think that's actually... I think the rubber's actually done.
Ah, okay. So it's just a splitter there for no good reason.
There to make it look nicer.
Yeah, that works.
Made my brain happy, so...
Here to. Yeah, in case there needs to be some room there. Okay.
I mean, at that point, you can just tear those two out and replace them wherever you need. The materials are now there. I gave them 2 full tiles worth of room behind them for spaghetti purposes.
And we are making cooling systems.
Sweet.
Hallelujah.
Okay, I need to upgrade that thing.
Oh, and then these are the two things that take aluminum casings side by side here. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, really? Are we going to do this now? Yes, we are. Okay.
Crashy crash.
Crashy crash.
Ah. Come on, game. Good. Last just another half hour.
We're almost there, guys. Come on.
Right.
Hey, where are the heavy... Oh, 'cause those are the motors peeking up out of there. Where are they going? Where are the motors going?
They're going into the turbo motor
motors-
manufacturer.
Yeah, they're going to
Way
the
over
turbo.
here.
Yep.
I can make those go that way.
Again, you know,
Kind of
try to space things out so that, you know, the spaghetti can move where it needs to.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm thinking what I might do is I might go along the ceiling of the floor beneath and have it pop up here so that we're not making extra spaghetti
Your
between
fun
the,
is wrong. Definitely getting that feeling, Satisfactory. Definitely getting that
Yeah.
feeling.
I didn't want to be between the cooling system and the fused mod frames and all that. So
Yeah.
if I have the motors go underneath and then pop up kind of behind the
Really didn't like me
turbo
flying
motor.
there.
Where are
Okay.
cooling systems?
Now I
RCUs.
exist. Hello, aluminum
Okay, I'm going to
casings.
aim to have the motors show up at the farthest port of the turbo motor so
Makes
that the
sense.
two middle ones can be the RCUs and cooling systems. That those are getting made up here. And that'll reduce the travel needed for those. So I'm going to take that out. Go have some fun downstairs.
Oh. The early access warning after a game crash is ironic. No, I don't think that's ironic. I think that's appropriate. I think that's standard. I don't think there's any irony in that at all.
Okay, get me from there to there. And with only a modicum of clipping.
Where's our power at up here?
What if I... Yes, I know. It's going to be a little bit ugly. I'm happy about it.
And we need the RCUs to come over here and the cooling systems to come over here. Alright. They're coming out like 6 of them, so. Oh, I don't have any materials for Smart Splitter. I don't have any AI limiters.
Really?
Yeah.
I have like a dozen of them, so I can get you some.
Or just, yeah.
Which
plop
floor
one
are you
down.
on?
No, just Nick's already plopped one down and I just dismantled
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay, motors are being fed into the manufacturer for the turbo motors from underneath. So that is
Excellent.
all neat and tidy.
Sure is.
I'm the odd jobs guy at this point.
We're kind of at the odd job stage.
Where are the heavy mod frames coming from? Actually, that's a really good question. Where are the heavy mod frames coming from? Down below?
Down. Yeah.
Heavy mod frames are further down below.
They're
Let me
on the
go
second
find them.
floor. They are this manufacturer.
That one. Ah, okay.
Okay, so I need to get the output of that over to underneath this blender.
Want me to get some floor holes placed so you can figure that out?
I can do it. You
Okay.
worry about the aluminum casings. Do you want to take the
Aluminum casings are already done.
not into the blender?
Oh, they need to go into the blender.
They need to go into the blender too. So you're gonna need to
I
split
was-
off from that belt.
I knew I was
Can you
gonna-
do me a favor and take the leftmost port and leave me the one next to the pipe?
Yes, absolutely, I can do that.
Okay, so I will aim for that. That may not be accurate. It should be, actually. Oh, yeah, I get to route around all that. Yay! Okay. Let me go make sure that actually works first before I run a bunch of belting to it.
There we go. Successfully split off.
Groovy.
Okay, now I just need the computers and...
Perfect.
Okay.
I will get you heavy mod frames to that machine here in a few minutes.
That one and that one as well. Alright, now I need to run downstairs and get that. Don't worry about computers and crystal oscillators, I am on it.
Let's check the amounts on these again. 3.75, so... You'll need to be like 50%. Yeah, because we don't need a whole lot. You're just making one of all that. You guys are making a total of 7.5. Making a bunch of those, and so yeah, we have another 4.5 staying in the bin. Yep.
Your 1.5 per minute heavy mod frames are now being delivered to the blender. I mean, they will in a minute
Once they travel there, yeah.
Like they're on a Mark 1 belt because 1.5 a minute is...
Yeah. No need to break any land
We aren't
speed
making
records
these
for
things
it,
at huge quantities. We're just making enough to have them. Okay, is that everything down here going to something? I feel like it is. Motors are being delivered. Crystal oscillators and computers are...
I need to fix them.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Okay.
I realized
I'm
there
just
was a
looking at this
second
going,
machine.
what happened here?
I realized there was a second machine.
Gotcha. I've also I modified the clock speed of the RCU manufacturer so that they're correct.
Yeah, I didn't know what the numbers were supposed to be. I just left those alone.
Yeah, it's exactly 1.5 for 3.75 RCUs to go into exactly what the turbo motors want.
Oh, it's doing the thing where the... Okay, let's try... Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, so my arms are way above my head.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but like
You
I
look,
have the gun
you look
out and it's
fine.
like... Okay, so it's
You're
just my
just
local...
what's happening on my end is that like your position's kind of twitching as you float, so your legs are just kind of wobbling. You're just kind of you're twitching a lot.
You're kind of shaking in place a lot for me. And you're looking up a bit.
Well, I'm looking up right now because it's the only way I can see my arms and the gun.
Ah.
I will screenshot that because that is freaky. Yeah, if I look way up, I can see my arms and the gun. Like the targeting reticle is fine, but the gun is not coming out of the lower part of the screen, lower edge of the screen like it should. It's coming out of like the muzzle is at the very, very top, which is just not right. So yeah, at some point the game just went, yeah, you're...
We have like 3 fused modular frames in a Splendor. Huzzah!
We also have a turbo motor.
Well, there we go. We're making everything here. Everything you see here. Oh.
There we go. I fixed my problem.
Yay!
I fixed my goof.
Okay, now we're just waiting for RCUs to start showing up. Is that a smart? Okay, yeah. Overflow.
We don't really need overflow for the RCUs, but I guess we might as well. I don't know.
Well, 3.75 per minute is what this thing wants. We're making a total of
3.7.
2.5. We're unlikely to ever get to overflow, but on the other hand, if
it's better
at some point
safe than sorry.
If
Well,
at some point we get to the point where we have so many turbo motors that we're backing that up, then we will start having overflow of RCUs.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And when you're making drones, you like having RCUs.
But yeah, we should be making exactly enough between the 2.5 from one and the 1.25 from the other.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That math is precise. But as noted, can't hurt to... Oh, and the fuse mod frames are final stage for that assembly line. And cooling systems are entering a bin. Because turbo motor builder only needs 7.5 a minute. And we're making, what, a dozen probably? Yep.
Yeah, a dozen. 4.5
Yeah, we are
is the
accumulating.
overflow.
We have 36 in the bin.
Yep. Oh.
You love to see it.
RCUs are starting to travel over to the turbo motors, and yeah, all right. Well, I guess that's proof enough that the factory works.
Yay!
And now
We just need to go do something else for like an entire session while we accumulate 400 cooling systems, 200 fused mod frames, and 100 turbo motors.
Yeah. And then
Hard drive
figure out
hunt.
could do
On the
like
off chance that radio control units back up, there is a bin.
yeah, that's fine. And then top floor can be drones.
Yep. Drones out.
Yep.
Trains in, drones out. And hey,
Basically.
radio control units are useful for making those.
Yeah.
There they are.
Well, okay then. That's it. This is the Tier 8 MegaWorks. It's online.
We did it!
Astonishingly.
There's a non-zero number of turbo motors in that bin. And fused mod frames. And cooling systems. The 3 things that we need for particle enrichment.
Heat sink, and now we also weren't making heat sinks at
at scale.
At scale, but now we are. Well, we will be once these blenders fill up, because it's like we're making 30 and they take 24, so we'll have 6 overflow once they fill up.
Okay, and there's a bin for that. Okay, that's
Yep.
what this bin is for.
Yep.
Like, we might need to add to that depending on how ambitious we go with the nuke plant.
Yeah.
But some is better than none.
Yeah, we will have some on hand. And it's really more for just, like, things that you might need to make offhand. Is not really meant to be the main supply for, like, big manufacturing later on. None of this is meant to be, like, supplying another factory process.
Anything else, yeah.
This is meant
Just
to be
making these.
for our on-hand supplies, yeah.
This will be going to Megadrone, where any excess will get sunk.
And there's 2 more coming, so those will be in the pipeline. Oh, it's fantastic!
I can't believe this all came together from that, like, hour-and-a-half long planning session, and now here we are.
Not bad at all.
The tier,
Yeah, a goof here and a goof there, but, you know, we solved them. That's how it goes.
I was so ready to be done with this factory that I goofed.
I
got
goofed.
too
I goofed
excited.
from forgetting like 2 whole manufacturers. So, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're still waiting for everything to spin up, I can tell. It's like not everything is at speed yet. But we're definitely manifolding. Like the first manufacturer doing RCUs is definitely, it's like, oh, it's got 13 crystal oscillators backed up. Meanwhile, the other one's like, I don't have any crystal oscillators, man. But I mean, that'll solve itself.
Yeah, always does.
Manifolds, and this is like a conversation we're going to be having again when we get to the nuke plants. Is things that get built really slowly, manifold is not your friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point
because you do not want the radioactive material piling up at one end of your power plant and not getting to the other end and generating power.
For sure.
Oh, look at all those. There's 50 some odd of them. A dozen of those. Like I said, this is definitely going to be a next session. We do literally anything else for the entire session. Yep. And then at the end, we find out that, oh, hey, now we've got enough. Though actually, I suppose the first thing we do next session is build the half-dozen drones.
Yeah, like 2 or 4 drone stations, yeah.
What do you mean?
Minimum of 3, because you've got the 3 new products. But if we also want to be grabbing, like, heat sinks and RCUs.
With programmable splitters, the max I'd need is like 3.
That's true. You don't even need programmable at that point. It can just be smarts, I think. If you're only doing a couple of things per flight.
Mm-hmm. But with programmable splitters, with how few things get made at a time, at least of the higher tier things,
I figured
easily 1 drone station can handle everything on this top floor.
That's kind of I figured that you could decide like what would be best use of your time and resources on that, because like if you think that like one drone with a programmable splitter at the other end is just fine for you, I'm okay with that. You can take care of that.
Yeah, we're making at most like 4 of something per minute, and that's the cooling systems.
Yeah, the cooling systems is actually the most, I think. Yeah, it's 1.5 fused modular frames, 6 heat sinks once it overflows, 4.5 cooling systems from overflow, and 1.875 turbo motors. We're not making a lot of anything.
Yeah.
And there's enough bays in a drone port to take on all of that in
although
a round trip.
once it does like start filling up a bit more, we might run into a problem where like stacks of things kind of.
Well, the trick there is you exit the drone, you dump things out of the drone as fast as possible so it can't get backed up, and then you route that through the programmable splitters at you basically using Mark V belts and programmable
Everything
splitters
coming
to get
out of everything coming out of the drone ports at the Mega Drone Works all use Mark Fives,
Well, I also mean,
and
I'm
all
also
of the overflow
Get sunk.
syncing is after the programmable splitter, so anything that's starting to back up won't back up before the programmable splitter. Because if I try to do the syncing before the programmable splitter, everything will just back up. But if I'm doing it after, then the things that we are stockpiling won't be able to back everything up.
just like
I think that
I'm just-
sounds right.
I'm just thinking like if we have like a situation where we have like 600 cooling systems and they all go in first, and then the things that are waiting behind them in the all-in-one bin end up waiting, but then there's more cooling systems afterwards. I don't know. Just
No, because the way I know where Nyx is going with this, and I'm pretty sure she's got the right idea.
Okay.
What we're doing is making sure that it can't get backed up at the splitter stage or at the drone stage.
Mhm.
It all gets flushed through and routed, and then it's like, okay, is there too many of those? Then we sync those overflows.
Okay, so it'll all be going fast enough that it won't back up and create the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically, the way it's going to be set up on this end is they all eventually get merged into one
Delivery bin.
into one delivery bin, so it can all go in. But I plan on having each of their own bins up top, where the overflows coming out of them, or the conveyors coming out of them, if they're backing up, they'll start sinking on this side. I don't expect it to.
It seems unlikely, but we're putting some preventative measures in there. That way, you're not going to have a situation where like the only thing that makes it onto the drone is like cooling systems or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was pretty much the only edge case I could think of then.
And even then, like that is like the apocalyptic scenario. There is, well, we've got so dang many of these things that the bins at the source and the bins at the drone port are all full
as
of
hell.
turbo motors and things, and now it's not moving. Okay, so
Fair enough.
like it isn't actually a problem at that point because you don't
Need that
like-
many on hand, yeah.
and they aren't used in automated processes.
No. They're
They're-
used
they're
to make
all
things
building materials.
like Mark III miners and stuff like that.
Particle accelerators.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till you guys see the particle accelerator.
This
in action.
this whole
It's so cool.
all of these products are things I've never made before, so this is nice.
This is great.
We are now the farthest I've ever been in Satisfactory.
Yeah, this is the farthest I've ever been, and man, from the planning was in May. Don't say that. Don't tell me that.
We don't need to know that.
I don't need to be aware.
I mean,
of the
I have
passage of time.
technically progressed past this. Like, I have made a tier 8 site, but my tier 8 site is much smaller and jankier.
I
Like,
wouldn't
it
call
is
this
not
not
at this
janky.
level.
I wouldn't call this.
No.
not janky.
By comparison,
This is
like,
a nice building.
take a tour of my my T8 site sometime, and no, it's janky. Trust me. Like there's room for belts to crisscross in this thing. Mine is like just absolutely crammed into a tiny space, and I don't have nearly as many things.
I'm
going
deeply
on.
amused that like I put in a lot of this extra space, and boy, did we end up using all just so much of it.
If you think you have enough space, you don't.
When we were initially building this platform, I was like, yeah, man, this is like probably the biggest brick I've ever put down. I don't know if we need this much space. We did.
We did.
We did.
We totally did.
I'm
I was
still
correct.
amused at how the steel pipes worked out. I'm still tickled pink over that one.
Yeah, that was really nice. Oh wow! So so you've got, what are you building over there? So you're making several products over there. So you've got cables coming in,
Cables and wire over there, yeah.
cables and wires, and some raw material.
Iron ore.
Oh, just iron ore for the okay.
Iron ore for the iron plates, and also to make steel.
And that's why you're not making the iron plates on site, because you need the ore for multiple things. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no, again, oh, I'm going to be so glad to never have to look at this network graph again.
That's fair. That's fair.
But that should be it. Oh, and then
Yep.
my giant sky tower for the nitrogen back here.
That is cool.
That is wild. It's freaking huge.
Huge.
Oh, nope. That was, I damaged fix-it property, all right. There's no power down here. I learned that the hard way.
Oh, man.
Ow.
There's the wire and cable.
What it needs to do.
And there
I'm
we are.
pleased that we got it done.
This giant building sitting on the water off the islands. This is how it turned out. So much of it running off of like petroleum products and steel pipes.
I get near enough to, there we go.
Yeah, wire, rubber, and steel pipes make up so much of these processes. In fact, let's go ahead. Can I pull up? Pull up the browser window one more time.
Very pleased with that.
All this. I'm showing the network graph on stream right now. All this is in this building now. Well, all these refineries, all those satellite sites, all into this building.
And as far as that aluminum ingot train has to go to deliver, we are still, I mean, the train, the freight platform is still mostly full. And the bin that it unloads into, the buffer bin, is completely full. So we've got a healthy supply of aluminum into this whole thing.
Oh, okay. The fact that the top level products are working and they're coming out makes this very gratifying.
It was very successful.
We are in fact producing any amount of turbo motors, cooling systems, and fused modular frames.
Mm-hmm.
Very slowly. Very slowly, but
It's time now, so let's
It
just
is
park
time.
here.
Yep.
we'll pick up here later.
Yep.
We did good. We did it.
It's
did.
done. Tier 8 Mega Campus is complete. More or less. Minus the extraction.
But I can do that next session. That's not a
Yeah.
problem. You leave that to me.
And I
Okay,
have no
save,
idea what I'm doing
save.
next.
328.
Eh.
Hey, if I could. Come on, don't you do this to me, It was doing an autosave while I was trying to type.
Oh
Jeez.
my gosh.
28th day, we save. And
I don't know if I'm
85
gonna-
hours, 49 minutes.
I don't know if we're going to do nuke planning at the start of next time, because we need to actually have the recipes there to kind of look at, but
Yeah, we actually have to get the particle enrichment. So basically, we've got to spend a session
Puttering
doing
around.
odd jobs and puttering around so we can get the 400
yeah.
things.
Because we
200
can't
and
really
100.
do that in abstract without access to all our recipes and whatnot. So
Right, because so we need to get the particle enrichment unlocked, and then we need to go hard drive hunting like crazy.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do a bunch of hard drive hunting, all three of us, next session? Knock out as many as we can.
Don't actually start processing them until we've got particle enrichment unlocked.
Hold. If we just gather them and hold them,
we just harvest them. And we've got like cooling. We've got cooling systems and turbo motors, so we can open so many of them now.
Mm-hmm. I'll get them sent to Mega Campus next session. That way, you guys can just pick them up from there.
And then
we take off.
We go hard drive hunting. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a general plan. All right. That'll be a stream then. All right.
Thank
see y'all later.
It was excellent. Take care.
Have a good night.